Hello, it's Monday, April the 10th. I'm John Evans, and you're on Small Town Network.
Yeah, and I'm Scott Wilkin. You're watching Community News.
The very first thing, got to remind you, you got just better than a week to get your taxes in.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
on
done.
the 18th this year. Yeah, you're done. I'm not.
He's not. And that's where Howard would be.
Howard, oh, you'd be right here.
Yeah, if we were here, that's where Howard would be. But yeah, welcome to Small Town Network. Welcome to Community News. Big stuff. If you're a Rockwood High School student, faculty, or parent, you're going to want to hang on because we got some great stuff coming up from them. Something out of the norm from them as well. So very cool. But don't forget to get your taxes done. Here's something we talked about, and you have a shout out, a special shout out.
I did. We did the, and you may have saw it here.
Yeah.
May have seen it here, but we did a sunrise service at Arrowhead Resort, and those guys are killing it down there. And Bill Anderson put that together, and it was such a good thing. Sherry asked me to play with her on one song. I was happy to do that. I was proud to do that. And Scott did all the sound and stuff, but we were all down there. And I regret not getting the lady's name, but after the service was over, a lot of people left and a lot of people stayed for the breakfast. And the breakfast was very good, but there was one whole table, and they served just a little bit before we were. And as they were leaving, the lady stopped by and said, "I want to tell my friends where to see your show." And I didn't even know that she was aware of any of that. And she said, "And I follow you, but I can't remember." And I said, "Well, Small Town Network on Facebook." And so she said, "Great, I'll go tell them." And but I suspect that they were down there because they saw it here. She said she watches and follows every week. So I want to thank her for doing that. Apologize for not getting your name.
Yeah,
but
maybe if she's watching, she can comment, and then we'll know her name.
Then we'll know her name. But I really appreciate that. Makes us feel good when we know that, that we're kind of making a little difference.
Yeah,
we're just trying.
Even if it's just a couple people, it's great to run into people. I told you that one time Pigeon Forge at Matt Cordell's concert at the Hard Rock, ran into some people there that said, "Hey, we watch your show." So so we're glad we can help. But if you are those folks, hey, comment on.
Yeah, please.
But thanks to everyone who did come out to Arrowhead Resort.
And they're going to continue that. We're going to do some more of those.
Yeah, so that was awesome. But here's another thing we talked about last week. The spring cleaning at Rockwood.
The spring cleaning at Rockwood, and they got like 2,500 pounds of trash and stuff.
Yeah, and they put this on their page, so I just wanted to thank this dumpster service as well, B&M, because I'm sure that helped them out a ton having a dumpster.
Absolutely.
But and here's when they were just filling it.
And what this does, I want you to look at that picture, and people in this town cared enough to pick that up and put it in that dumpster.
Yeah.
And some people in this town cared so little that they put it down.
Yeah.
And let's try to be the former rather than the latter.
Yeah.
Let's try not to. We're looking at some of the good stuff that's there. I mean, why would you? I could feed our big dog Bo out of that bowl there.
Yeah. Just stuff
nice basketball.
People have thrown out, but great job to the crews and all the volunteers that went out there. And I'm sure there was way more than what we're picturing, but yeah, great job to those people that actually, instead of sitting around complaining, actually did something about it.
Yeah, that's what we need more of. I mean, if people get involved, this town can be better.
Yeah,
it really can.
Yeah,
and those people are helping, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, so great job to them, and huge thank you. Our first segment, again, if you're Rockwood High School, stick around. Again, we always forget, don't forget to like, follow, and share our program. If you're watching this show on one of the groups, make sure that you click the Small Town Network little name at the top of the post, and go to our original page and like and follow us. And if you want to comment there, because we're guaranteed to see that. Yeah,
and especially if we're having one of our contests or giveaways, you're going to want to do it on that page to make sure that you're involved.
Yeah, so again, thanks for joining us. Our first segment is Other Interests, which is brought to you by Mr. John and Evans Financial.
Yeah, Evans Financial, right over there on across from what used to be our park, or still may be part of a park. But anyway, I'm right across there, and Scott and I were talking, and he alluded to it earlier, and I was saying that taxes are due next Tuesday. Yeah. The 18th is the last day to get them postmarked. And I don't do taxes. I do my own, and I share some things with people, but I've done TurboTax so much. I've built a spreadsheet where I can pull over my credit card data that I use for the business. I can pull over my checking account data that I use for my business, and I can categorize it and I can sort everything, and it plugs you straight into TurboTax. If you're a small business and you want some help with that, I'd be tickled to share my spreadsheet with you just for nothing, just to help you. So give me a holler there at 865-354-1337, or just stop and see me.
Yeah, he's right there under the blue and white awning again, right across from what used to be the park. And so we appreciate John bringing the things to do. And as always, we kick it off with Bluegrass Jammin'.
Bluegrass Jammin', and that's tomorrow night, and they're every Tuesday night for $2.
Yeah.
You can get in there from 6 to 10 and watch some music and play some music and have some snacks. Now, snacks are extra, I do believe. But
Yeah.
if you got any questions, give me a call.
Yeah,
At that number.
and if you go, send us some pictures.
Please.
Important day in history on the 12th.
Yes, the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin, from Russia, and that was in the midst of, hey, if we put men in space, we can drop bombs on you. That was the whole point of that.
Yeah.
And they beat us there, but we did beat them to the moon, and I think we're going back to the moon soon.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is going to help us this week or next.
Yeah.
Starship is going to launch.
Yeah.
And the Starship is something that's might get us to Mars.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to watch that and be mindful of that. And it's just amazing what he's doing. But
a lot of progress in the last few years in the space program, and all that has to do with Elon Musk. I mean,
he's Iron Man.
Yeah, he is today's Iron Man, which is awesome. But yeah, cool date in history. Hey, Wednesday's food truck.
Food trucking Wednesday, that's Kingston and, that's Harriman.
Yeah.
You do Harriman for lunch and Kingston for supper.
Yeah.
But we got Fats Barbecue in Harriman.
Yep. 11 to 2, and then you go to Kingston.
Then you go to Kingston for supper, and from 4 to 7. We don't know who's going to be there, but if you go to Chef's Workshop, you can find it.
I think in Kingston they do a bunch of different ones.
Do they?
Yeah, but yeah, if you got information about that, hey, send it to us. We would love to have it. Always our Oasis on Wednesdays.
Yes, at the Presbyterian Church there on 429 West Rockwood Street.
Yeah.
They got a program from kindergarten to 8th grade, crafts, games, and story time. And it's good Christian activity, so get your kids in that.
Yeah, and we appreciate them watching. They watch every week. Here's a very cool one. We've had some crazy weather lately.
Yeah, and we found this, and it's just so fitting that, and maybe that's why it showed up, but we had such crazy weather of late. But Skywarn, it's a class for spotting weather in Roane County, and it starts at 6 o'clock at the Rockwood Community Center.
Yeah, you can be a professional weather spotter.
Yeah.
And another food truck rally in Oliver Springs.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And this is on the 13th at the Tri-County Shopping Center from 4 to 7. And you, once again, go to Chef's Workshop and find out who's going to be there.
Very cool. Another important day in history. Pardon the picture.
Oh, yeah, it's a wicked picture. But John Wilkes Booth did assassinate our President Lincoln at the Ford Theater in Washington, D.C. And what was the name of the play he was watching? It was Our American Friend or something like that. Anyway, somebody will know, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong, but it was
Something
a wicked,
like that. Yeah, I can't remember.
He died a day later, but wicked point in our history.
Yeah, horrible. And then another significant day in history on
the same day.
Yeah,
years later,
yeah.
the Titanic. It didn't sink that day, but it hit the iceberg on this day, just off Newfoundland. And we were talking about Newfoundland earlier.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
sinks on the early hours of the next day, and we had both seen something, couldn't remember exactly what it was, that somebody made the point on one of the social media things that, hey, if just this had happened, everybody would have survived.
Everybody would have lived.
If you had just done this. And,
forget what it was. So if you know what it was, comment on the show and let us know. But John hasn't seen the movie, which, of course, I haven't seen Jeremiah Johnson.
And I have not seen the movie Titanic intentionally.
Yeah, it's 3 hours long. So if you think John should see, comment on the program and see if he should watch Leonardo DiCaprio for 3 hours.
But I know how it comes out.
And if he does, then I'll have to watch the Jeremiah
I know he
Johnson.
does.
Who does?
DiCaprio's character.
How do you know?
Well,
The odds are pretty good.
I've seen the things, where, he could have fit on that thing that she was floating on.
Yeah, but he let her float on it. He did it like a man, and then he became an icicle.
Well, he could have floated and they could have both been okay.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have looked as good in the movie that way. I don't know that his part was really the true part, but anyway, yeah. You got 3 hours to catch.
I mean, I spent a wicked several years reading a bunch of Hemingway, and it's the most depressing stuff you ever want to read.
But very descriptive.
Great writer, but very disappointing. But I suspect this movie's going to be the same.
For real. But hey, back to the countdown here.
We're trying to get through it quickly. We're not.
Yeah.
But, on the 14th, we are still rocking on Rona in Hammond.
Yeah.
Bring it, Cherry.
Yeah, it kicked off again, so that's awesome to see that back happening. Then here's one in Crossville.
Yeah, at Fairfield Glade from 10 to 3:30. That's Central. You got another spring farmers market.
Yeah, and then another farmers market by the lake.
That's Eastern time, and
I think this one starts at like 8 a.m., but they didn't post it.
And it's over there at that's at the
Kingston. Yeah, right by
the river there at the fort.
Yeah, exactly.
And, but it's going to be raining, so take that in consideration.
Yeah, we'll tell you more about the weather later on. But that's going on this weekend. And another thing going on.
Yeah, I refuse to have anything to do with any pageants.
Yeah.
I've got several stories about that, and they're all terrible. But if you do want to be involved, go to Miss Tennessee Iris, and you can contact them at dynamicdiamonds52@gmail.com. It's in Crossville.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that leads into the Miss Tennessee pageant, but I suspect it does.
Yeah, so if pageants is your thing, which we were talking earlier.
Ain't mine.
It's not ours.
There is
Country Tonight does a few pageants, and those were rough to work.
Absolutely no profit in telling a mom that her daughter's not the prettiest.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy, but yeah, if you're brave enough, you could do it at the Iris Country.
That's a squander of your bravery if you do that.
And here's an interesting one. It's got to be a good cause, but we couldn't get a lot of information, but
they got several things. They got food trucks, they got a tractor pull,
and the Shriners.
And the Shriner. It's for the Shriners. So hey, it's got to be good.
Yeah, and it benefits the Children's Hospital in Crossville, and that's the time that they posted. But look that up. But it looks like a good cause, so check that out. And wrapping it up, our Frozen Head Walk.
Yep, it's the Wildflower Walk at Frozen Head.
Nice.
And I think it's a guided walk. You go through it and they tell you what the different plants are. It's got to be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And contact Larry there at that number for more information.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information to be had, so look that one up because they have all kinds of different walks you can choose from, so it's very cool. That heads us into our local school news, and we got big stuff. Again, Rockwood High School, stick around. We got big stuff going on. But this is brought to you by The Shop.
The Shop, a great little boutique on the corner of Rockwood Street and Front Street. Each of these ladies set their own appointments, so give them a call individually. So you can get Amber at 865-466-2395.
Yep, or Evelyn.
Evelyn is 865-354-0501.
Or Larissa.
And Larissa is at 865-441-1277. And I wager that you cannot find better prices, and they urge you to shop local. I do too.
Yeah.
And go see them.
Yeah, as you know, Rockwood High School is a big part of our program.
It is.
They always do a weekly report. Here's a look at what's left. There's not much left of the semester. Not many development days left. There's your lunch. It's pretty much nuggets today, nuggets tomorrow, and a little variety the rest of the week. Pizza on Friday. But yeah, if you're just joining us, Rockwood High School now is a part of our program, and we are a part of their curriculum. They now get grades for this, and we were just talking about it. The kids have progressed so far in just this year.
You're going to be this, I think, I'm going to nominate this to be the best one we've had.
Yeah, I think so too, by far. But Mrs. Clement's journalism class, this segment is part of their grade now. So if you know these kids, give them a shout out, give them a comment, give them a like, and they're doing a great job. But this week's reporter is Kiera Bowers, and let's hear it from Kiera.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Kiera Bowers, and I'm the Rockwood High School Student Reporter of the Week. So we have some exciting things going on, but I'm going to start with the one not so exciting thing that's going on, which is that next week we start our EOCs, which is not fun at all, but it's okay. So now for the exciting stuff. The most exciting thing of all, Aaron Summerall has officially been elected the East Tennessee HOSA Vice President, which is so very exciting, especially for the Rockwood High School chapter of HOSA, because to have a member that is now in the Executive Council is super, super exciting for us. Prom is in under 2 weeks, which is exciting but nerve-wracking if you're going to prom because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Dress, hair, nails, makeup. And for boys, it's not as hard, but, you know, it doesn't really matter if boys go to prom anyways because they can't really dance or anything. Like, they're just there and just kind of stand and talk to their friends like weirdos. So, but that's fine. I mean, like, gotta have a date regardless, so it's fine. Also, I'd like to announce, I don't know if this has been announced on here yet, but we're going to say it again anyways because this is so exciting for our school. The band raised enough money to purchase new uniforms, that's just amazing because for our entire band to get new uniforms at Rockwood High School, it's just a little small town. The fact that our community gets so involved and helps and gives money and fundraises for our band is so exciting. I would also like to tell you to look out for some sport updates on the Rockwood High School Facebook page because, you know, baseball, tennis, boys soccer, softball, there's a couple different sports going on right now that if you're a sports person and need something to do, get out the house, you can go watch. I think it's only like $6 to get into baseball and softball. I don't think tennis costs anything to get into. But I think that's all I've got for you this week. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Small Town Network, and we ask that you will come and see who the student reporter is next week.
Yeah, great. Oop, I got it stuck. Great job to Kiera Bowers. Yeah. By far the best. That was the best that we've ever had.
That was really cool.
She made it her own, and it was very cool.
And she's right.
She's right. Yeah, the whole prom thing, she pretty much nailed that. Congratulations to them, and thank you for all your help.
And I hope they got some benefit of being at the Thunder Road Festival.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody that helped the band get them new uniforms.
They were out there, which was very cool. So congratulations, and thank you guys for supporting Rockwood High School and their uniforms. Don't forget, Mrs. Clement's journalism class not only does this in our show every week, but they also have a podcast that's called Tiger Talk Podcast, and you can look for that on Spotify. But really great job, and we appreciate them. They're killing it. They're getting so much better. And again, if you're a Rockwood High School student, stay with us because we got a special report.
We do.
Another report from Kiera with a special guest. But yeah, congratulations to them. And here's some of the upcoming sports stuff.
Yeah, we'll try to get through this pretty quick.
Yeah.
But April 10th, today we got the football banquet and the basketball banquet going on. I think my mom's over there at that.
Yeah. And check that out if you're not already there.
On Tuesday, we have baseball versus Eagleton Academy away and softball versus Greenback at home.
Yeah, and then 13th on Thursday.
We have tennis. I told you I was on the tennis team. I drove. I didn't play. I just drove. But that's Thursday at Rhone State. And baseball is Thursday, Eagleton Academy at home.
And more on Thursday.
On Thursday, we have soccer, Kingston at home. And softball, Thursday, we have Cofield at home.
Yeah, and Friday,
softball is Wartburg at Central High. Maybe that's a tournament or something. And we have Friday, Clark Range away.
Yeah, and again, stick around with us. We got a lot more in just a minute from our Rockwood student reporters, but that heads us into weather, which is brought to you by Shape Up.
Shape Up, a great little gym there over there in the Shape Up Plaza, as we call it, but it's over there with Tractor Supply and Big Lots. They got really good aerobics areas. They got free weights. They got cardio equipment. They do have different classes. We got a schedule of the classes right there to have a look at. And they do have tanning beds now.
Yeah.
They've always had the sauna, but now they have tanning beds. But Coliquette had to get appointment. And the beautiful thing about that, if you're an older person like I am, it's a good chance that you can get your dues paid for you by your health plan. So give Ken and Mary a call, and at 466-3966,
Yeah.
maybe they can help you out.
Yeah, very awesome. We appreciate them sponsoring.
If you can get healthy for free, do it.
For real. And we got to thank WVLT Channel 8 and especially Heather Haley and the First Alert weather crew for bringing us the weather every week. Of course, Howard's not here today. He had to be on assignment, so I'll give you the brief rundown.
Imagine him invisible.
Yeah, imagine him right there. And there you go. Looks like we're going to be in the 70s almost all of the week. And of course, like John was saying, the weekend is the big chance of rain. So again, if you're going to head out to those events, make sure that you do so and check that weather first. Here's a live look at the radar right now. And as you can see, even in Bowling Green.
Even in Bowling Green,
not
barely.
much.
You can see my buddies up there in Lab City. It looks clear up there too.
Yeah, not much up there. But again, thanks to WVLT, download their apps. They got a news app and the weather app. And you can program that news app to be location specific. So it'll tell you if there's any traffic in your area, school closings.
I love the traffic.
For your kids. Yeah, I use the traffic daily too. It's a long commute. But hey, we're heading into birthdays. And if you have a birthday today, happy birthday.
You share a birthday with two iconic Americans.
Yeah.
John Madison was the president, and Steven Seagal.
Isn't John Madden the football guy?
John Madden, yes. I missed that one.
Yeah.
What did I think? I said Madison.
You were thinking
Yes.
Madison, but yeah, he's
John Madden. He's a football guy.
Yeah.
And video game guy.
Yeah.
And but I was rushing to get to Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
If you've seen that dude run in a movie, you know, geez,
For real.
I'm not afraid of him.
For real. He's so funny. But
anyway, he shares a birthday with Anthony Brewster and Philip Thomas.
Yeah, and Tuesday.
You share nothing with a famous person,
Yeah.
but we got Kathy Mattery and Justin Phillips.
Yeah, and then on Wednesday.
You share a birthday with David Letterman, and that includes Terry Stooksbury.
Yeah, and Sean Godfrey. She's in the Soul of Motown show in Vegas. I used to work with her in Pigeon Forge. Happy birthday to Sean.
The bigger thing here, Guy Fawkes, which we talked about, is the guy that tried to blow up Parliament in England.
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson, probably one of the smartest men and one of the most, he had so much foresight into what was going to happen in our nation. He set down some rules that we're still following, and it still works so well.
Great politician.
Wonderful.
Genius mind, yeah.
And then you got Butch Cassidy,
And then,
who stole a bunch of stuff, but we still like him. And if on this day you share it with Darlene Kofer, Mike Lewis.
Yeah, my friend Colleen Foley Dahl. She's in Florida. Went to middle school and high school with her, and buddy Greg Holder. And then on Friday the 14th.
And Friday the 14th, you share a birthday with Pete Rose.
Yeah, and my friend Lori Molinak. She's actually one of the entertainers at Country Tonight Theater, so go see her. And then on Saturday.
Two kind of opposite, well, I don't know that they're opposite, but Leonardo da Vinci, just a brilliant man.
Yeah.
You got Nikita Khrushchev, whose claim to fame was other than impressing millions of people was banging his shoe on the table at the UN.
Yeah, and then my aunt Kelly Wilk and John Scott, who's a guy I used to work with at Dollywood. And man, I got a great story I won't tell about John, but
Most of the great stories you can't tell.
Yeah, well, this one involves bungee cords, and it basically knocked all his front teeth out. And I ain't gonna lie, because of John Scott, I never look at a bungee cord the same ever again. Like, whew, yeah. Respect your bungees, people, is all I gotta say. But then on Sunday the 16th.
Yeah, Charlie Chaplin and Lou Alcindor.
Was that his real name, was Charlie Chaplin? I didn't know that.
No, yeah, Charlie Chaplin's real name, but Lou Alcindor was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's real name.
Oh, it's not really?
No, he was born Lou Alcindor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, wow, I learned something new every show.
That's Missy Smith and Carla Wilson.
Yeah, so again, that wraps up our birthdays. In just a little while, we will tell you if you have a birthday, how to get that information to us. We got a few little things, and then we're going to hit that Rockwood High School special report. But we have a couple other interests. But this week, we're just going to cover the stuff that's coming up this week. But it's sponsored by Country Tonight. They opened last week, so they're open. Go see them. It's the best country show in town. They also have some big celebrities there. So if you want more information, go to countrytonightpf.com or call them at 453-2003 to get your tickets.
I'll have to say I went. I didn't want to, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a really good show. Even if country music isn't your style, they do it right, and they do a wide variety of stuff. So they'll always play something you like. Upcoming next week.
Rocking on the Road again. And hey, bring the same chair.
Bring that chair. Roan State Community College.
And the Miracle Worker on the 14th and 15th.
Leave the chair at home. For
you have to take a chair to that. And I was commenting on the hand signals there, and Scott said that the one means I love you. And I thought, well, maybe nobody's told me they love me.
In sign language. At least nobody that couldn't speak.
Yes.
We'll hold it to that. But yeah, go see that next week. We'll talk more about it, obviously, next week. Buy a chair at the Country Barnyard. So.
Yeah. Kate has that barn sale over there, and they have some really good stuff. So go see them either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, very cool. And follow them on Facebook. This is another great cleanup.
Yeah, and it's covering 3 counties, Meigs, Ray, and Roan. Yeah,
go to that website there or scan that QRL and get more information. If you have chickens, or if you're looking to get into chickens, Chicken Chat.
They're good to eat. I wish I had something to eat for pigs.
For real, I'm hungry right now.
I wonder, would they help you with guineas as well?
I think they will, actually. Yeah. It seems like it's a quite elaborate thing. So if you're in the chickens, that's your event on the 18th. And then on the 19th, this is cool.
Yeah.
Sad story. This they just sent to us, actually today, I think. But the Toxics Toys Car Club is going to have a bake sale. And this is for the victims of the Midtown shooting that happened about a week ago. Rocky King and his daughter. Horrible story there. But hey, go help them out and help the family out.
I was heading out. I was actually going over to Shape Up to work out today, and they brought these flyers by. So please help them.
Yeah, and there's another event that we'll just tell you on the next show about that's coming on, I think, in July.
Yeah.
But hey, go out there next week. Get you a bake sale item, or just go out and support the family there at the City Hall building in Harriman. If you need help, this is an important one next week. We've been talking about it.
I've been talking about it for a while there. That's at 429. Same place you can go to that children's event there on Wednesdays, and at the Presbyterian Church and their fellowship hall. They have gathered together all the people that provide support for our citizens. If you need help, go there. If you need help that's not covered by somebody on this list, they're going to help you find it anyway.
Yep. If you need any kind of help, go to that event. Really, really great. Really love that one. Touch a Truck in Harriman.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll leave that there.
Yep. If your kids are into all that construction,
we'll find out more about that. Before we talk
but they're going to have it all out there for the kids to touch, and kind of encouraging the kids to, learn about that stuff. And they'll also have food, face painting games, and of course the trucks. So check that out. And then don't forget, coming up next week, the Cruise In for a Cause.
Yep.
So join them for the fourth cruise in at Roan County High School.
At this point, you've paid your taxes, and you need something to cheer you up.
Yeah, by that point, you do. Now, again, we've been holding on to this, but we got a very special report from Rockwood High School. They made that big announcement. Aaron Summerall, who has done a bunch of stuff for us on this program, he was a big HOSA winner. And they're going to tell us more about that. So I'm going to send it back to Kiara Bowers, our Rockwood student reporter, and she's going to tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Kiara Bowers, and I'm interviewing Aaron Summerall with Rockwood High School HOSA. Welcome, Aaron. Okay, so first, I want you to tell us about Rockwood High School HOSA.
Yes, so our HOSA chapter, we're very active in the school, we're active in the community. It's our health club, so we're all about, it's a CTSO, like building students towards their future in healthcare. So we will attend, like throughout the year, we attend various volunteer things. We went to the Fantasy of Trees with East Tennessee Children's Hospital. We also host, on that same chord, we also host fundraisers, many fundraisers. We just did the We Help Two Socks, which we split our proceeds with East Tennessee Children's Hospital to help with cancer research and things of that sort. But our HOSA club is just very involved in the school in general. Yeah.
So how did the HOSA State Convention go?
Yeah, we just came back from a convention in Knoxville, right there downtown where the Sun Sphere is. It was a 3-day convention, really, really, really awesome. Our members were very focused on their competitions. I think we did pretty well though, ranked okay. You went to state though, so what'd you think about it? Was it fun? You enjoyed it?
I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed getting to shop downtown more than being like at the convention center and stuff. But I actually did find the exhibits pretty interesting and actually did learn a couple of things, which was surprising because I didn't think I was going to. And then the silent disco was a lot of fun, but you need to ask Rayleigh Jones about that one. If you're wondering about that silent disco, ask Rayleigh Jones.
She took a lot of videos from the silent disco, and what that is you'll have just headphones and everybody gets in the room. There's a lot of lights and stuff, and it's the music on different stations of the headphones. It's just such a cool thing to do, and Tennessee HOSA puts that on very, very well. All of the members had a lot of fun, and then we had some exhibits that they had set up in the convention center that our members had to go through. And did you all have to get signatures from them or just?
No, we had to ask like an actual question and get a response and write down the question and response.
Yeah.
But I think most schools did signatures.
Yeah, most schools, they did do signatures. Some of the neighboring schools did. I know Kingston, Roane County High School was there. I think they did well as we did too. But yeah, Town Square, we got to eat down there, and Market Square, it was pretty nice. So I enjoyed that.
So what are all of the positions in the Tennessee HOSA State Executive Council?
Yeah, so I'll start with just a little intro about the State Executive Council and everything, what that is. So the State Executive Council, in which I ran for, so I had to go a day earlier at the convention to do the campaign process, to get slated for everything. And what the SEC, the State Executive Council for HOSA does, we help out with all things HOSA. We organize everything. There's a team of youth leaders that are on the State Executive Council, and that's what that is and what we do there. And now going on to the question you asked about the positions. At the highest office, we have the president, so the state president, which currently now is Maria Castillo. We have right under that the president-elect, which is Russell Riggs. And they work really well together. President-elect will slide into that president position just as Maria did. But yeah, and then we have the 3 regional vice presidents. I am the Eastern Region Vice President for HOSA. So yes, I did win, and I'm so excited. Then we have Secretary Treasurer, and then Reporter Historian at the bottom. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your position as the East Tennessee Vice President and what it requires.
Yes, so my position as East Tennessee VP, it's an awesome one. I love talking to people.
We know. Yes,
yeah, I do talk a bit. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to, become a state officer. I know you'll ask that question later on, but really, I really wanted to talk to the members and get that close-up, relationship and all that. And some of my requirements in that position will be promoting the growth and development in Tennessee HOSA and the state. Growth and development meaning like student growth and development, member growth and development. Last year the SEC they passed a bill. They went to Tennessee, the Capitol Hill, and they helped pass a bill about health care. So there's a lot of things that we'll do. We will serve in all ways directed by the president, Miss Maria. We will be on the nominating committee. So basically what that is, whenever I went in to apply as a state officer, there was a nominating committee, and it consists of, like I said, some of the state executive council, like the youth leaders. Just a great thing for Tennessee HOSA. Also, I'm going to bring new ideas to the table as East Tennessee VP.
So I know that you said that part of it was because you like talking to people is why you chose to run, but is there anything else that helped you decide to run?
Yes, it was really wanting to make an impact. I, go to RHS, Rockwood High School, and, the culture here, the student life here, I see the history, and I'm like, oh, wow. Rockwood High School, it has been the bomb. And I'm just thinking, what can I do, as, whether it is being class president or whatever it is, what I can do to better that and make sure that we keep, the student life sustainable here at RHS. It's just a big thing that I do to make an impact. It's always a goal for me as a student leader in anything that I do, to make an impact, to help people. Yeah.
So what are your goals for Tennessee HOSA as a part of the State Executive Council?
So my goals for Tennessee HOSA, which we're still in the beginning of everything, as you can see, I just got elected this past week, but some goals that we have are, increasing membership throughout the state. So how our club has maybe 50, 60 members, and we get a lot at the meetings, we want to increase that through each chapter in the whole state of Tennessee. I'd like to have every school have a HOSA chapter, because HOSA is the bomb. But yeah, so that's some of the goals. That's one topic of the goal. But another goal for me personally would probably be helping chapters, fundraise or get some type of financial aid, because a lot of them qualify for internationals but can't go because of the cost. I know we spent, almost $2,500 to just pay for rooms for state, and it can be a lot for some chapters to pay for. So just helping out with that as a part of the State Executive Council.
But also, I think fundraising, because our fundraisers raised a lot of money, because we did a couple different ones. We did the Nothing But Cakes. Did we do ham and goodies? We did.
Yeah, ham and goodies. Yeah, I like the lemon cookies. Oh my gosh! But go ahead.
No, the lemon Nothing But Cakes better than the lemon cookies, for real.
Okay. We'll have to talk about that one, because
we're gonna have to continue this conversation, because
yeah. Our fundraisers are really good, though. We thank everyone that orders from us, that supports Rockwood High School HOSA. We really appreciate that. And
because one good thing about Rockwood is I feel like we do get a lot of support. Like whenever we do things like go to state with HOSA or Beta Club, our communities wants to help us fundraise and help us get there, because it's such a small town.
They do. It is a small town. And I feel like we have, even the bad things, there are some bad things about, every community has. But I feel like with Rockwood, there's that close-knit, there's also that community, that sense of community. So it's always important. But, yeah.
So what was the best part of HOSA State?
For me, the best part of HOSA State was, like I said, talking to members, but also that silent disco. Like I said, like my Instagram caption on the recent one that I posted, my recap post was, everyone deserves a silent disco. And what I mean by that is, everybody deserves a silent disco feeling. The feeling when you're in the room, in the conference center, and you're dancing with your headphones. I don't know, how did you feel about that?
There were a couple of different ways. At some points it got really hot, because you got to think there's a lot of people in one very tiny area. But that's also the fun part of it too, because everybody's jumping and dancing and singing, and it's just a lot of fun to have that sense of like a family when you're with the HOSA members than just being there.
Yeah, and when people can get together like that, especially our youth, like us as youth, when we can get together like that, I don't know about you, but it's a party.
And
it's
you
just
can make
a party.
so many new friends.
We do make so many friends.
I know you made a lot of friends.
On the campaign trail, you have to, though. You campaign and you talk to people, and when I was campaigning, it was more like just having conversation. So, you had a question about the campaign trail? What was the?
Yes, what was the best part of that, of like campaigning?
Yeah, best part of campaigning, probably building a family, HOSA family. Campaigning, I got to help with, the advisors would come in and there was a big table, giant table, full of all the little goodie bags for every chapter in the state that attended state conference, and they would come in and see each other, be like, hey girl, all that. They would do the whole thing. And it was just like a family. It really was a big, big family. So building that family, not only with, we'll sing the family, not only with the advisors from every chapter, but me with the other candidates running for state. We will always be friends, and I feel like that's a big one, best part.
I think that is a very big part. So lastly, I would like to ask you, what advice would you give to other youth who want to make a positive impact?
So other youth that want to make a positive impact, I would say become very active. Become very active in your school. Your schoolwork comes first. Of course, if you can be a good student, you can listen to your teachers, even when, you have that Algebra 2 geometry teacher that, oh, it's so hard. And it can be at times, but if we listen and we really, submit ourselves and, do the best that we can. So become active. In your school, in your community, if you have a junior Civitan meeting, if you have a Rockwood City Council meeting. I know I'm on City Council with lots of different members here at RHS. Go to it. Be active. Just be active. Last thing is to be proud. Be proud of what you can do. Be proud and bold about the things that you believe in. And just really try to make a positive impact. That's what I would say. But thank you for interviewing me. I really, really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Aaron. You're a great person. Very hardworking. We need more people like you in the world.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. I'll just
All right.
Cut it off there.
All right. Well, again, great job. Congratulations. John has a magic pen. But great job to Aaron, and congratulations. And I looked up the HOSA, what that organization stood for, and it's the Health Occupation Students of America. So again, a huge shout out to Aaron, and congratulations to him, and a special thanks to Kiara Bowers for that great interview. And again, the Rockwood kids just keep on killing it. So that wraps up our program. If you have anything that you want to share with us or any complaints, don't forget you get our money back guarantee.
Good stuff. Send it to Scott and I here at smalltownnetworklive@gmail.com. Any complaints, send it to Howard.
Yep, kennyheil@gmail.com or something like that.
Or Kenny at smalltownnetworklive.com. We'll make sure he gets it. But yeah, like and share.
Yeah, share anything there to, if you want a copy of John's the spreadsheet that he needs to help you on your taxes. Don't forget to get your taxes done. But yeah, so again, we're wrapping up another week here on Small Town Network. Hopefully Howard will be back with us next week. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Great job, Kiara, man. She killed it.
That was wonderful.
It's the best we've had this year. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. You hear the music in the background. Give a shout out to Uzori, my Ukrainian friends. They're still going through the war over there. But have a great week, everybody. From everybody here, I'm Scott Wilk.
I'm John Evans.
Yeah, thanks
and
for
that's Howard.
That was where Howard would be. And thanks for watching, y'all, and have a great week.
Good day.